everyone, this is Angelica. Thank you so much for watching today's video. This video is titled Fear and Love, Which Path Do You Choose? This video has been requested by someone, and I thought it is the perfect time to make the video because I feel like it could be possibly people are going through this right now. First of all, what's been up with the energy lately? It's been really intense. I feel on a collective level, people are really processing and going through a lot of changes. And this is great because this always brings new growth and new realizations to old situations that were possibly stuck. And now we can kind of start moving forward. I think next month is going to be a big month for real, pushing people into change if they haven't wanted to or have been stalling on that change, because there are some eclipses happening next month, so that's good. So if you've been kind of ruminating and processing and thinking things over, next month's going to be the month where the action will take place and you'll kind of be pushed to make some really big decisions. So just to let you know if you've been wondering about that. So fear and love, okay, obviously they're very opposite energies. Fear is the opposite of love. And when we're in fear, when we're scared, we are not loving. We're kind of putting up our wall and we're saying, you know, this is, I'm in fear of this, and I'm stopping this energy or whatever it is. We may be in fear of change. We may be in fear of letting people get too close to us. There's lots of different things that we're in fear of, but when we realize that the fears are unfounded, then we can open up our hearts and allow the love to flow freely, and that is the purpose and the goal. Now, obviously, if you do have fear, it is valid. Obviously, the fear isn't there for no reason. It's been put into place to kind of protect you because in the past things have happened to create that fear. Another way of looking at this is that you may be in fear of being your greatest self, letting yourself shine, being, you know, all you can be. And this fear is something that is a lack of self-love. Okay, so there's many different things that people can be afraid of or in fear of. And so it takes a lot of self-analysis, processing, thinking things over to see, is this fear valid? Or is this just a fear from my past that needs to be let go of now? Like, you know, that is no longer happening. And so on our path, especially if you're on a spiritual path, you're going to have a lot of lessons that you're going to go through and learn. And obviously a lot of difficult things are going to happen to you in your life. Once you learn those lessons and once you start to gain the ability to love fully on a level that is very higher than what we know here, then those lessons stop happening. So those things that were happening to teach us how to love unconditionally, or even higher than that, they don't happen so much anymore because that was their purpose. And once the purpose of the fear has been served, you don't have to keep the fear around, but we do anyway. Because it's a habit and it's just there. And our initial instinctual reaction is to, oh, I have this feeling and now I'm going to put up this fear and I'm going to block the love. Because that's basically what fear does, is it blocks love. So instead of coming at people with an open, loving heart and radiating love constantly, we stop the love and we retreat and we withdraw and we put up our wall or our block to love. So this could relate in different ways to different people. For me, I'll use myself as an example because I think if you have an example, it's probably easier for you to relate. For me, I have a thing with I love unconditionally everyone, but I have a fear of allowing people to get too close to me. So I have like a certain limit where I allow people to get so close, a certain closeness to me, and then when I feel like it's crossed that closeness, then I like go into fear mode and I put up the wall, or I do the whole thing where I'm blocking off love. So, whatever it is that triggers that in you, it's good to, kind of analyze it or just think about it and see if that relates any more to your situation, if that's needed, if you, can kind of let that go and be loving and just be fully loving. Now, that's going to be an individual process for everyone, and it's not an easy thing to, it's not like you're just going to get the answer to that and know immediately, what you're supposed to do in that situation. So, obviously, it would be best, like with anything, when we're dealing with opposites or polarities, light, dark, fear, love, heaven, hell, masculine, feminine, yin, yang. When we're dealing with opposites, okay, I have the opposite energy in my being. I have a lot of things in me that are kind of conflicting, if you might call it that, but it's not really that. It's my way of trying to bring all of these things together, find the good in them, and then making them a whole. So, as with anything, you don't want to be just so loving and so open, especially around people that might potentially be dangerous to you. Okay, so you do have to keep, the fear serves a small purpose. You do have to keep a certain amount of, sense with things, but you don't want to withhold your love. You want to still love if you can, but if there's people that may be coming into your experience that could potentially be dangerous to you, you definitely want to, remove yourself from that situation or distance yourself from that situation if you feel necessary. And that's fine, and that's okay. And that is not, there's nothing wrong with that. That's actually your way of protecting yourself. But you can always still love from afar. And so finding that fine line and finding, once you understand people's true motivations, once you understand truly people's nature, and you understand that people deep within them are all very loving and that they're all guarded and they're all hurt, then you can understand this higher love that I'm speaking of and be very compassionate and still send love to everyone no matter what the circumstances are. And so I am really good at doing that. And even people that have hurt me or everybody, I have like a lot of love for everybody. And it's just a flowing love. It's a flowing love, and it's just for everybody and everything. However, it's my lesson and my path currently to realize that I have this other thing with allowing people in to get too close to me. And so that's my lesson, and I need to figure that out or work with that energy a little bit and see what is going on there. So, you know, with other things that you may have fears around, it's best to, if you really have a fear and you know it's not a valid fear, that you're just really scared, or it could be excitement that you're feeling, just kind of just go through move through the fear and try to do what you fear, but in a slow way while thinking about things, and still, you know, don't block your love off. Keep the love there, but then just be very logical and think through things in a way that is going to be of greatest benefit to yourself and to others, all at the same time. So I don't ever think that there's a black or white way of thinking about anything. I think everything has to be merged and has to be harmonized, and that is the lesson here on earth. You know, we have good and bad, and everyone's wanting to be good or bad. And I think that merging everything together and really harmonizing the energy into a balanced state will create true happiness. So I hope that this video made sense to you, and I hope that my examples helped you in understanding this particular subject. If you have other examples to share about your fear and love experiences, I'd love to hear them. So please comment on this video below. Thank you so much, and I hope you have a wonderful day.